How is that helpful?
I just wanted to see if any customers have had a bad time lately.
What the hell was that sound?
It's
Well, don't do that.
because I'm
Holy
right next to
shit.
this shelf thing.
Yeah, stop that.
This is not a family-friendly podcast. I don't know what I was going to say. We've talked about some very not family-friendly things.
Who's we? I didn't bring up the guy pushing down people down the staircase last week. That was you.
Okay, but we've talked about like a lot of explicit things, is what I mean.
Oh.
So hello, welcome back to Mindless Prattle.
Oh, you mean like intercourse? Oh,
Yes,
okay.
we've talked about sex on the show.
I said it fancy. You made it lewd.
Sex is not a lewd word. It's a basic word in biology.
The X makes it cool, but I disagree with you.
What?
Have you not been on the website formerly known as Twitter?
Yeah.
The X makes it cool.
Oh, nobody calls it X.
I don't.
Literally,
either.
nobody calls it X. Nobody ever will.
Sure, but the X makes it cool. I don't know. Did you see that somebody tweeted or X'd? I don't know. And they put out and they were like, just so everyone knows, like the official like English dictionary put out that the word tweet has two definitions. Like it has an extra definition to meaning to send a whatever blah 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 message on the website Twitter, right? And someone was like, imagine having your own word in the dictionary, buying the company that made that word possible, and then just saying, you know what? Fuck that brand. We're going to ignore it entirely.
Or even like I saw the other day, Elon Musk apparently woke up a bunch of his like coding engineers in the middle of the night because people were seeing other people's tweets before his. So he woke them up in the middle of the night to make them change the coding and the algorithm of the website so that his tweets would show up first.
I don't doubt. Sorry, I was taking a drink.
It's
I
okay.
don't doubt it.
What happens when a man-child owns a major billion-dollar company?
Billion nothing. It's what, 19?
Oh yeah.
Excuse me.
It got devalued a lot since he got bought it out.
Damn. Gosh darn it! What is over at your desk? Something's over at your desk that's just killing me. Oh my gosh. I can't breathe out of my nose. I'm going all mouth breather today. That's cool.
And it didn't happen until you sat down over here?
I'm telling you, like the whole time we were cleaning, nothing. Like I sat down over here and there's just something over here. I think it's all the cat hair over here. Because I'm like mildly allergic to cats. So that's fun.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's the cat
Why didn't you tell me that before we got a cat?
I did. My dad's allergic to cats. I
knew your dad was allergic. I didn't think you were.
It's genetic, man. That's why, like, if I pet her too much and then like touch my face will like I'll stop breathing through my nose because it'll get like my nose will get stuffed up. Or if I touch anywhere near my eyes, like accidentally, my eyes will go like super bloodshot red and they'll start watering and get irritated. Like
only my nose and face have a problem with her ever, and I think it's just because she has so much fucking hair.
You need to brush her. I think
I do brush her. I have brushed her, and then the next day I'll go and start petting her, and it's just like tufts of hair coming off. She just sheds. I think it's because winter's coming up. Maybe she's getting ready for like her thicker coat or something.
Okay, whenever I hear the word tufts, I think of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Do you remember that scene where they're? It's the scene where Appa's shedding. Not the scene. The episode where Appa's shedding, right? Do you remember that?
No.
You don't remember the episode at all? Okay,
no,
so the plot of it, right? He's shedding, and the Fire Nation is using the fur trail to track them wherever they're flying. So they're like constantly finding them throughout this night, like throughout like the night, and keeping them awake. So like they get super tired. Anyway, during the episode, they're like, "Oh yeah, you guys picked such a great spot to set up camp. The grass is so soft." And they're like, "That's not grass, that's his fur." Right? And he's like, "Oh, he's shedding." And they pull up little things and they're like, he's like, "What is this?" And they're like, "Oh, that's clumps of wet fur." And she goes, "No, they're tufts. No, are they?" she's like trying to figure out what they are. And her friend next to her goes, "Clumps?" And she goes, "Clumps! They're clumps." But I always think of tufts. I'm like, tufts of fur.
Yeah. So what have you been up to? How's your week been?
You gotta stop knocking on that bookshelf, woman. Sit still.
It's so hard for me to sit still. I'm not very good at it.
Yep, I see that. And oh my gosh, my nose. My noodles.
Just get over it. Do you want to take an allergy pill?
No, it's too late. The octopus is mad. I don't know what it is. I am sweating a lot today, even though it's like 55 degrees outside.
I mean, we have been up and moving around a lot.
Even still, like, oh, my nose. Look, high pollen. Your TV even shows it.
It's my
It's a
computer.
computer. Don't, no.
It's a monitor.
We're gonna move on. It's fine. Let's talk about something else.
So I made Jordan watch Scream yesterday.
Yeah.
For the first time.
It was not great.
I thought you liked it better than you've liked a lot of other scary movies I've shown you.
I didn't like how dumb everyone was
That's
while
the whole point, though.
while they were pretending to be smart. Like if they were acting smart, they were like, you don't do this in scary movies, you die for doing this, and then they died anyways. And so I was like, well, what was the point then, right? Like if it was the scary movie, and they were like, oh, don't do that, you'll die if you do that, and then they did the opposite, right? And they were like, oh, don't go in the basement, you'll die if you go in the basement, right? So they go to like the attic instead, or they'll go outside and be like, never mind, I'm calling the police right away, I'm not dealing with this, right? And then they get killed. At least they did something smart, but they were like, don't go to the basement, that's how you get killed. And then another one was like, I don't believe that, and went to the basement and died. And you're like, okay, cool.
No, because
like,
the guy who said that was the killer. And then he went to the basement, but they had already killed someone out there.
No. The guy who liked the scary movies. The guy who survived?
Yeah.
He kept telling people what not to do, and then they did it anyway.
And he lived.
Like, yeah, but even him, he did dumb shit too.
Yeah, he was drinking.
Or that too, I guess. But yeah.
You can't drink in scary movies. You'll die.
I guess.
If you take off your top, have sex, or drink in a scary movie, you're gonna die.
Okay, but the two guys that were killing people, right? Like, they came into the house, they shot the guy in the shoulder, he fell down. They go on this whole fucking stupid rampage about, like, we're psychotic and we kill people, right?
Yeah.
He puts the gun down on the counter, and then the other lady picks it up, and the safety's on. Like, why would the dude who's about to shoot himself, like the psychotic guy, why would he put the safety on? Like, he already shot. And then later, like 10 seconds later, they're like, you got to take the safety off. And he like racks another round as if there wasn't one in the chamber. Like, it didn't make sense either.
Listen, I don't remember much about guns.
I think wouldn't that movie come out in 96? I think they just didn't pay attention as much, or didn't actually hire an actual like effect artist or like knowledge there. Because usually nowadays on movies that have guns involved, they'll hire like people that will tell you, no, you need to actually like pull up with the gun, even though there's no kick. You gotta like make it look like it, make it look more real.
Well, yeah, and ever since that Alec Baldwin thing, they've been a lot more strict about gun safety.
I don't know how they gave that gun to him. Was it a blank or was it an actual bullet? I can't remember.
It was blanks, or it was supposed to be blanks, and then something happened, but he was told it was safe to use.
Let me Google it.
Well, let's get some information before we just tell you all the wrong things.
When a live round was discharged from a revolver. So no, it was an actual bullet. They put actual bullets in there.
Damn, why the fuck would they do that?
I don't know. The guy died though. Alec Baldwin and blah 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 blah. Let's see.
They just finished the court case for that, didn't they? I think.
The incident was investigated by the county sheriff's office. It was in New Mexico. Blah, 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 blah. In January of this year, they announced that Alec Baldwin and the armorer, Hannah Gutierrez, would be charged with 2 counts each of involuntary manslaughter, because the armorer is the one that's responsible for making sure that all of the guns are safe and like props and able to be used, right?
I know they didn't do their due diligence.
First assistant director agreed to plead guilty to the charge of negligent use of a deadly weapon. Baldwin pleaded not guilty. It was reported that prosecutors had informed Baldwin that the charges against him were being dropped in June. Gutierrez, the armorer, was charged with tampering with evidence, and then she pleaded not guilty in August to both trials. Okay. So there's not much information about it, but I saw the actual discussion about it. Basically, they used a real gun, and he'd been told that it was safe, like either the firing pin had been taken out or whatever he got told. But did not actually happen. The armorer that was in charge. So this is what happened. The armorer that was on like working for the movie, they uh the first one so like got into basically some argument, basically like saying we can't do some of these things. You're not going to get away. Like you can't do some of these things. It's not
Mhm.
safe, right? That armorer got fired. They brought in the armorer that got charged, who was not an actual like licensed armorer, but like lied about having the
Jesus.
experience. And then this all happened. So they're trying to basically all blame it on the person who said that she knew everything about firearms and firearm safety because that's like it was basically like lying on a resume to get the job, and then
I
you
feel
get the
like that's one
job.
job you can't
But
lie on
like,
your resume
if you're
about.
gonna if you're gonna lie about being an expert with firearms, maybe do like a little bit of research first because it was. I saw a YouTube channel about it, and not about that specifically,
A whole YouTube channel?
but no, they too. The channel does like different reviews of different guns and how they work, and like little safety tips
Mhm.
and this and that. Well, and this whole thing happened, and they made a video about what actually happened with the revolver and why it wasn't actually like filed down properly or
Mhm.
like what the whole thing, which is interesting to watch. I can't remember the name of the channel, but they put up this video where they were like, "This is the revolver. This is what happened. Like he pulled it out and pulled the trigger, but they didn't properly like take this piece out of it like the armor was supposed to.
Mhm.
So the round went off and it shot someone. And like I'm like that's oof, big oof for that guy or that person.
Yeah, it's just so terrifying that things like that can just happen before you know
Bullets.
it. Yeah.
I saw a video the other day of someone shooting into ice and the bullet just spinning on top of the ice. I don't know if it was real or not, but it looked
I bet
really
it was
cool.
real.
I don't know. I feel like the
Physics.
bullet would go into the ice, but maybe the spin would keep it
But
on
maybe
top.
if it catches the ice a certain way and it can't penetrate, maybe it like forces it around.
Well, the bullet's already spinning, but that's what I was looking at is I didn't know if because they shot the ice at an angle, if it would like bounce up and just keep spinning, but I thought it would have gone, into the ice.
I have to look that up now.
If ice shooting's a thing, are you just looking up can you shoot ice?
No. How thick does ice have to be before a bullet cannot penetrate it?
Okay.
Only high-power bullets can get through more than 3 feet of solid ice at freezing temperature. If ice is significantly colder than freezing, it is much stronger.
Right, but it would still penetrate at least a little bit, right?
Depending
Googling.
on what kind of water it is, too, it also affects like if it can get through or not.
Hmm.
Like I guess sawdust mixed with water makes it really hard to shoot.
I don't know. It looked like they were out in like a field, like a frozen lake in the video.
If it's salt water or
It was probably salt water. I don't know. Don't. I don't know.
So, do you have anything fun happen this week
Anything fun happen?
or crazy?
Yeah. So there I was in the kitchen,
Barbecue sauce on
and
my titties.
yeah, and I was packaging up, chicken, making sure it goes into the freezer properly.
As you do.
And I had a ton of tasks, to do.
Mhm.
So as one does, I had to delegate left and right. But I had this helper, so I was like, "Hey, can you put away the
Are you
rice?
talking about the rice right now?
Can you
Really?
put away the rice and I'll continue packaging the chicken?" And this helper, they were like, "Yeah, I can do that." And I was like, "All right, cool, sounds good." So I turn, packaging some more chicken. I turn over and this helper, they're dumping rice into a small container over the trash can. And I said, "Helper, what are you doing?" And they said, "Let me do this my way." And I was like, "All right. I just think there's a better way to do it, but you go right ahead." And helper number one said, "Okay,
Number
like,
one,
yeah,
there's only me.
I wasn't naming names. Come on now. Wow. Fine, it was you. I admit it." So then you you turn back, you had ripped open the bag of rice, ignoring the instructions to let it be resealable. So now you have
I
an open.
tried.
I know this is my time. I got the talking vodka. I had been given an open bag of rice, a small container of rice, and an even smaller container of rice. And I said, why didn't we just put all the rice into one big container? And you said, we don't have any big containers. You've gone crazy, old man.
I did not say that.
This is my time. You can talk in a minute.
Misrepresenting me.
And I said, lies and slander, young woman. There is a
I'm older than you.
Quiet. There's a large container right behind the popcorn. And you went, oh, really? Where? As if I had not just described its exact location to you. Right behind the popcorn. Yes. So you went over there and you just kind of like grabbed gently the empty container, and it's slightly taller than the opening for the shelf. So normally you would just tilt it and pull it out. But instead, I saw you go and just like arm fuck the thing out of the shelving unit, pull it out, and then you were like, it was behind the popcorn. Thank you.
So dramatic.
And then you took it, you put it on the stove, the most sensible of all places, and you took both little containers of rice and you poured it in the big container. And I was like, bravo, you've done it. 2/3 of the way there. Now you just need the little bag of rice that's open, pour it in the container. And then you've got one container of rice.
Yep.
All this time, I'm still packaging chicken. So then, as I continue packaging chicken, I turn around, and what do I feel? But the stinging sensation of hundreds of little rice kernels hitting the back of my legs as they're flung across the kitchen.
Listen.
Didn't even turn around. I started laughing. And you said, don't say it. And I just kept packaging chicken, and I went, so the rice went well then, huh? And you went, you didn't say anything. I think you were embarrassed at that point. And so I was like, you're going to have to sweep. And you went, I'm aware. I'm sweeping. It's on my plans.
Like, okay. I clean up after myself. Thank you. Motherfucker. So were they always perfectly neat with every fucking thing?
No, I just clean up as I go. And so I was like, okay, sounds good. You put the rice away. You threw the empty bag away. You cleaned out the containers. You swept. I was like, you know what? Proud moment, right? So then I go to put something in the pantry. And what do I notice but a small container with like enough rice to feed like, I don't know, half of a mouse. Like there was barely any in there. And then I grabbed the big container that this whole fiasco started with. And I went, why do we have 2 containers of rice? And what did you tell me?
Because it couldn't fit.
You told me it couldn't fit. What are you doing?
My computer's setting off again.
Just because you keep kicking it.
Shut up.
Well,
just keep telling your story.
It's on you. You're fucking with it and hitting things.
I'm fixing it.
You're not fixing anything.
Just tell your story.
I'm busy. Yeah, oh my gosh. You have this whole thing like wrapped around this cord. What the fuck is it? It's wrapped around twice. How did you do this? There. Now, back to rice. So there's 2 containers now. We've gone from 5 at its climax down to 2, which is good. And
at least something's climaxing around here.
I know. I'm on the list, but it's a long wait list apparently. And so I look at it and I say, what are you going to give me if this rice fits in this big container? And you went, stop talking about the rice. We're done with the rice now. Like you were mad. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just put it in here then. I put the rice in there and closed it. And I was like, what? Yeah. And I put it back in there in the pantry. I turn around. I'm cleaning out the little dish. And then you look over and you go, well? And I go, well, what? And you just staring at me. I was staring at you. I don't know if you wanted like an update or like what was the end goal here, but I was like, what fit? And you went, well, of course it fit when you did it, and then walked away. And that's how we package rice in our house.
Listen, you motherfucker. I keep saying that, but that's all I can think of to say.
Look, I tried to keep your name out of it. All right, you brought it up that it was you.
Who else would it be?
What do you mean? It could be helper number 1.
What other helpers do you have?
Sometimes people come over.
Like who?
You went over and helped your friend clean at their apartment. Why couldn't I
did.
have somebody help me put away rice?
And it was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Rice?
No, their apartment.
Oh yeah.
I try not to make them feel bad about it, but like their kitchen.
Yeah. Worse than ours.
We did dishes for a really long time. Me and Caitlin like swapped off, and like she did the first few loads, I did a few loads, but there was so many dirty dishes, and I was like, let's just get all the food up first.
That's why I'm proud. We only have like so many dishes, right? And then you just run out of counter space, and you're like, well, guess I gotta wash them now.
I start feeling guilty because I know how being clean is a priority to you, and you get really stressed out if it's not clean. And I do too, but it depends on my energy levels, how clean I care about.
Your energy levels dictate the level of clean.
Yeah, no, like when I'm really bad and really depressed and tired at work, like it just gets really trashy. And then I get to a point where I'm like, fuck, I'm tired of this shit. And then I'll just spend one whole day cleaning everything up.
Yeah, instead of just like 10 minutes at a time.
But sometimes I literally just can't get out of bed. So, I think I'm doing pretty good.
I'm gonna start like duct taping your chair. Stop moving it.
You stop moving it.
Moving my chair?
Okay, so what have you been doing lately? Like anything interesting? Or can I talk about Ice Planet Barbarians?
No. So I went down to McAllen last week, right?
Yeah.
And was it last? I think it was right after we recorded. Right before? Maybe it was right before.
I don't remember. I just know you had a lot of shit going on last week.
Yeah, last week and this week. Anyway, so I had to go to McAllen for some interviews with some people, and boy, was it not exciting. And then, so I got appointed to do this investigation, right? Which is fine. But then in the middle of it, the legal team swapped. So I went over to go to the legal office, and I was like, hey, I'm doing this, this, and this with my investigation. I'll get to why I laughed in a second. And
okay, yeah, I was like,
and I was like, I need some advice on this, and they were like, okay, that sounds like a good plan, but just break down your entire investigation from the beginning. And I was like, you want me to go through like a month's worth of investigation? Like, all right. So then I walked him through like the entire investigation. And finally he was, as I'm looking at that, he's like, okay, yeah, I'm all caught up now. So what did you need? And I'm like, you motherfucker. I'm like, I just told you. Like, I need this and this. And he's like, oh, yeah, we can do that. No problem. That's a quick email. I'm like, I know it is, but I have to tell you first. Otherwise, it's not a quick email. Sorry. Okay. So yesterday you showed me a video on TikTok, and it was like chicken pot pie cobbler mix,
cobbler,
right? Yeah. Which we're planning to make tonight. So this morning I asked you to write down the recipe, right? Mm-hmm. The recipe's here. This is the first time I've read over it, and I just have a quick question.
Okay.
Now, if I told you to spell cups, how do you imagine it would be spelled? See, that's what I would think too, but on here it's UUPS.
No, that's a C.
That is not a C. There's a tail after it.
No, because I was going to connect it in cursive to the U and then I didn't.
So you wrote 2 U's. See it on the paper?
No, see, like here I wrote C.
Yes,
U.
that's
what
yes.
I was going to do.
But this one you wrote a
and then I didn't.
You wrote 2 Yoops of milk.
You know what I meant.
I'd like 2 Yoops of milk, please.
2 Yoops of milk, nothing else. Thank
you. 2 Yoops. Place chicken on top of butter?
Yeah, you melt the butter in the pan in the oven, and then you put the chicken on top of the butter, and then you put the biscuit mix and seasonings on top of that, and then you don't stir it.
And then you don't. It doesn't say don't stir.
Yes, it does on the other side.
Well, why is it on the other side? Bacon till delicious. What does bacon till delicious mean? You want me to taste it?
Golden and
Oh
finished.
no, well, it's down
Bake
there
and
now.
so delicious.
Bake and sell delicious.
Yeah,
That's
I
how
want to get that
bake.
guy's cookbook though,
Why?
because he's got a bunch of good videos. Here, I'll find him. I'll find his name. He's pretty big on TikTok.
I also wanted to look at the who's it? B Dylan whatever.
His name is Your Barefoot Neighbor on TikTok.
Remember that the YouTube videos I was showing you of the guy who has the what is it called? Baking Yesteryear is what the name of the cookbook is. It looks really good. It's a bunch of recipes from like the 1900s and stuff, and I want to try some of them.
Yeah, his recipe book's called "Come Fix You a Plate," and that's where the chicken cobbler's from.
Chicken cobbler.
We end up getting each other a lot of recipe books for holidays. I feel like.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I use a bunch of them. Like I mean, I did when I lived here, but
the new Fourth Wing book came out, Iron Flame.
I remember you were talking about it,
but I haven't started it because I'm reading Ice Planet Barbarians.
Why are you talking like it's a sad thing?
I'm not. I just like
you slowed down a lot in that. Yeah.
I'm losing energy today.
We got a lot of stuff left to do today, girl.
I know, I'm tired of it already. But yeah, I'm reading Ice Planet Barbarians, and it's like smut. You know, it's mostly for the smut that I started reading it. Whatever, because that's all I knew about it. I'm actually really into the storyline. Like, I really like the concept of the world they're going to, and all the cool things they keep introducing. And it's pretty basic at first. Like the first one, her writing level is really. It's fine. I like the story still, but you know, it was just fine, not like amazing. But as the books have gone on, she's gotten a lot better and stronger at writing. There's 21 of them. I'm on like 7. So, but I'm really enjoying them. But I can't start Iron Flame yet because I really want to finish this series. What did you just put?
Nothing.
As the note about this section.
What do you mean?
Did you put like alien pussy or something? Is that what that said?
Why would you assume that?
Because that's what it looked like in the corner of my eye. What'd you put? Show me.
You'll find out when the episode comes out, I guess. So if you guys don't know, Ripley and I, when we record, afterward, I go through and I write down the episode description.
Yes,
right?
Jordon is responsible for all that nonsense.
All of the just random sentences that come to mind. So throughout the podcast, I'll just write down random like topics or snippets of whatever we were talking about. And then as the episode's being edited, I'll make just really random sentences, honestly, about whatever. So it's always fun because the Ripley won't look at them until after they've already come out. So she'll get, a notification that one's out. She'll open it up and look at it and then text me some random note about the description and be like, why did you include this? Or like, that was really fun. I'm like, I don't know. Look,
it's like a little treat every week.
Like if you wanted to say in it, you should ask, but you don't get to ask ahead of time what notes I'm putting down.
Well, anyways, I'm really into Ice Planet Barbarians and I just want to read all of the books and do nothing else.
And do nothing else.
And then I've been playing The Sims.
In other words, it is December 24th, so we got to put up the Christmas. No, wait. It's like November 13th.
I want to put up the Christmas tree.
It's not even Halloween yet.
It's past Halloween.
Not next year.
It's Christmas time.
It's not Christmas time. It's Thanksgiving time. Plus, we don't have the space. We don't have the space to put up the tree anymore because you bought the bookshelf. You can't just put it in front of the bookshelf. It'll come out to here. It'll be out in the middle. Yes, it will. I know how big the tree is.
Well, then we gotta move the bookshelf.
Where's the bookshelf gonna go?
I don't care.
What do you mean you don't care?
I want to put the tree up.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe we could put it over by your desk.
You put the tree by my desk?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
Or we can put it in front of your video game shelf and move the ottoman.
What?
We're gonna put it up.
No, you said you were losing energy. We can't put up the tree.
Put the tree up tomorrow.
Tomorrow? What about today?
I work at 4:30 tomorrow.
That just means you're gonna be tired tomorrow afternoon.
I need to relax.
When? Today?
Soon. We've done nothing but do things today.
Yeah, it's Sunday. It's the do things day.
You're literally supposed to relax on Sundays.
No. You're supposed to do that Saturdays. I remember. I watched Hacksaw Ridge.
I haven't seen Hacksaw Ridge.
You haven't seen it?
No.
It's really
I
good.
don't even know what it's about.
It's about Hacksaw Ridge.
No fucking clue what that means.
It's about Desmond Doss, the conscientious objector who enlists in World War II as a combat medic, but he refuses to pick up a gun, and then he goes and saves a bunch of people's lives in Japan. No?
Never heard of him.
Well, he got the Medal of Honor.
Great for him.
I think he passed away in like 2008, I want to say.
Mhm.
When did he pass away?
You guys ready for World War III?
Why? You always been like, oh, have fun stories, and then you bring up the depressing stuff. Like, yeah, you did that.
It's all I can think about. I don't know what to do anymore.
I don't know. I told you to tell the rice story, and you said it wasn't entertaining. So
The way you told it was entertaining.
the way you could, that's the same way you could have told it. You are just terrible at salesmanship.
I'm just tired
of selling things.
today.
I know. Today, all days. Don't lie. This stamp came out really well.
I know, that's why I kept that one. That was the stamp, tester stamp. So it was funny though, because the last few, so I did our save the dates for our wedding last week, and we put custom wax seals on them. So I was like hand stamping all this wax. Ran out of green towards the end, so I started mixing different colors and trying to see if I could make them look good. They all came out really well, but not all of them are green. But I bought more green wax, and it's back there now.
It's back there. Like
Yeah,
where?
I've got like huge bags of it back there.
Oh, I see.
So I got black, green, and gold.
Ah, I'm gonna sneeze.
Think about boobs.
How does that help? What?
It makes you stop sneezing.
It does not.
It
You think
does.
there's a time when they're not on my mind? I think you're insane.
I think you're insane.
Yeah, that doesn't help me want to not sneeze.
Stop sneezing.
I think it's your cat. She's gonna have to
Our
live.
cat.
She's gonna have to live outside. That's all I'm saying.
We gotta get her catio then.
What?
A catio.
What the hell does that mean?
It's an enclosed patio for your cat to go outside on.
What?
Yeah.
How does that work?
You like either fence like porch in an outdoor area, or they have like you can buy them, where it's like a giant thing your cat can run around and play in, like a jungle gym for your cat, but they can't get out of it, so it keeps them safe outside from predators and shit.
Oh, this one's only $350 on Amazon for a prison. You've described a prison.
It's a jungle gym
No, that's a
for your
prison.
cat.
You know how I know it's a prison? Because one of these pictures has the cat inside it. Like the thing is outside, connected to the wall. The cat's peeking its head out, like from inside, staring at like the little cat jungle gym. And there's a dog sitting outside of it, just watching it. Like, fucker, you're in prison. Like that's how I know.
It's to
It's a
protect the
prison.
cat, so
From
they can still
prison?
go outside and have fun, but they can't get killed by things or go kill any birds.
Killed by things. What? Oh, this
Yeah.
one's only $4,000 on Etsy, so that's good.
That's a crazy one. I would settle for a porch that is like enclosed.
What about this one? It's like you tried to get a window box for some plants, but instead you just put a cat
I
in there.
actually have thought about getting some of those and putting it on the door. You just told me to stop buying stuff for the cat.
You
so-
gotta stop. You're obsessed with it.
Are we gonna get her Christmas gifts?
No.
Oh.
We're gonna get one of those things, like you were saying, for her to hit,
What things?
and then you hang it up on the tree. A dead mouse. Yeah.
No,
That's
we're
what
not
we're
putting a
talking
dead
about.
mouse on a tree.
Well, you didn't
I
say.
did see the other day they make these like round donut hole tunnels for cats. And someone said to put it around your Christmas tree because cats really like Christmas trees, but it'll keep them from like attacking the tree itself because they can just lay under it.
Right, but she's not gonna attack our tree because we don't have a real tree.
It's still glowy. I thought it was the lights that they like.
It's the smell. They like sitting under it because it has like the pine smell.
I would still like it. I think it would be fun.
What does it look like?
It's just like a donut. Like it looks like a tree skirt, but then it's got like a little tunnel for cat in it.
For cat. Yeah. What do you want for Christmas?
Are we doing Christmas gifts?
You had to pick one thing. Go.
$2,000.
Okay, it's not a Christmas. You don't think you understand this whole Christmas thing, huh?
I mean, do you want to see my Christmas list?
Sure. What's on it?
So a sunshade and car floor mats.
Mm-hmm.
Because my sunshade won't stay up anymore. Like it falls down. I think it's gotten like warped from the sunlight. A stationery kit, a plastic drawer organizer for my wax melt stuff.
Yeah.
A bathtub tray, a book sleeve. You put your books in it and it protects them, or you can put your Kindle in it. A t-shirt, an Akatar t-shirt. It says Cereal Tea Co. An Akatar stamp. I've had these one piece pens on here forever, and this one piece shirt and character here forever, and then a photo printer for your cell phone. And
Okay,
then
go ahead. You still
your
have more?
other family's Christmas list. I put another sunshade there. This one's like an umbrella.
You have 2 sunshades?
Yeah, because I didn't know if they would get it, so I wanted to get them options. More wax seals. These ones are like sun and moon stars and stuff.
What are you gonna put all these seals on?
I'll send letters to my friends, or I'll just do them for fun.
I'll just seal things because I have seals. Oh, good.
An herb starter garden kit. A Cereal Tico bag from.
You know what you should do is you should have your book, right? And then on the inside, you can carve out a little place on each one and put a little stamp in there.
That'd be cute.
All right, that's just.
And then I figured when I sell my book, I figured I can put wax stamps on, like, normally you do special packages for your advanced readers.
Not your kindergarten readers.
No, like they get an early copy to see if they like the story and all that sort of stuff, give you feedback. But normally you put together like a little care package kit for them, and I figured I could write a letter and sign it and seal it with wax, and it'd be cute. And then I have this cow chair gaming cushion because my chair is really uncomfortable and I hate it. An Akatar t-shirt, and then some bookmarks.
Okay, but look at the shirt that's on my wish list.
Oh my god, that's so cute. It says Meowdy. It's got a picture of a cat with a cowboy hat on it.
I found it the other day and I was like, well, that's going on the list.
I don't know. I want like makeup and stuff, but I don't want people to buy me makeup. I want them to give me gift cards so I can buy myself makeup.
Put gift cards on your list then.
I do want gift cards.
You getting tired over there?
I am tired.
Oh my gosh. Ripley says she has to cut the episode short.
No, we're not cutting it short. We have so many other things we could talk about, you know?
Go on.
Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are together, and I really like it.
You know, I saw on Reddit the other day a jar, and it's becoming my favorite jar. And all it says, do you know which jar I'm talking about?
No, I don't, but I bet it's something funny.
Go ahead and guess what this jar is.
Is it the amount of times Taylor Swift is mentioned on social media?
It is the amount of times that Taylor Swift is mentioned in this household. And then at the bottom in parentheses, it says, or fucking whoever she's dating. I forgot the name already. That dude.
Travis Kelce.
Yeah, sure. I think I'd be rich. I'm just saying. I'm going to get one.
That'd be a useful tool.
I'm going to get a jar. It's just going to sit right here.
What if I don't have money to give you?
It sucks. Guess you're going in debt. And it's just going to be like, you know what? What would be a fair price, you think?
I won't pay.
What do you think would be a fair price is the question.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing, because I shouldn't deserve to be charged for talking about things I care about.
What about things that you always bring up religiously, no matter what?
I'm sure there are things you bring up a lot too, and I never begrudge you that.
You can't say I'm sure. It's you have to provide an example. This is the time. Give an example.
No.
Why not?
Because.
Because what is the because? Because why? Because your jar would be empty.
You don't care about anything.
Because your jar would be empty.
No,
I like to diversify my interests.
You don't care about anything enough to talk about it.
You mean I don't obsess over one thing? You're correct. I don't obsess over one person or one thing. Not for very long. You'd be like, this is awesome. This is sweet. What's that? I don't know. And then we'll move on.
Lucky you.
Uh-huh. Lucky you, nothing. Is that the name of one of her songs? Is that what it is?
No. There's a song called Lucky One.
See, I was close. I was this close to getting $1. You think $1 each time?
No.
50 cents?
No.
52
I'm
cents?
not giving you my money.
69 cents.
We're paying for a wedding.
Okay, I can use the funds to pay for the wedding.
The cents to give you.
You don't have any cents?
You can have my coins that are in the bedroom.
Your coins in the bed? What?
I have a coin jar.
You have a coin? When's the last time you got coins, though?
I put coins in it the other day.
From where?
I got change because I had cash on me.
Where'd you get this cash from?
Getting reimbursed for buying stuff for work.
Oh my gosh, they give you cash?
Depends.
What kind of a risky operation you got going on, huh?
It's not risky. It's
yeah, it's risque. No? Okay.
Sounds like a cleaning product. Risque. Illuminate your life.
I got to get another Happy Meal.
Why?
Because you're running out of toys. Look, you've only got 4.
I don't need more.
But look, he spins. Obviously, entertainment for hours.
I really wanted to get my niece a boo bucket for Halloween, but they were sold out. And then we said we didn't want a toy, and then they gave her the toddler toy, but she really liked it.
Oh my gosh, how did you break this?
I was trying to change the battery, and it was stuck.
On what?
On the loop for my key holder thing.
You bent this?
So only way I could get it out.
What the fuck? So you had this keychain on your keys for I don't know how long.
A long ass time.
And you had to open it to change the battery on your keys. And you just decided, fuck it, I'll just break the keychain part.
It got stuck and it wouldn't open.
How did it get stuck?
I don't know.
Mean? I think you just did what you usually do, is you got easily flustered and frustrated and just said, fuck it. Nyeh.
No, it legitimately was stuck. I think like it was just the metal was getting old and warped.
What metal?
Because like sometimes if I leave things in my car, like the metal gets fucked up.
Why would you leave your keys in your car?
I drive with them in the car, you know.
You'll drive with them in the car? That's not leaving them in the car.
Listen,
that's using the car.
Okay.
That's like, using the car.
And I'm tired and everything requires so much brain power.
You just told me you can't quit early this week.
We can't quit early.
Well, go on.
You go on.
I'm trying, but you're running out of interesting things to talk about. What have you been watching this week? I've been watching my soul fucking die slowly because I've been working nonstop. That's what I've been watching.
You're not special?
I didn't say I was. I'm just telling you what's going on in my life. Not that you care, apparently.
I do care about your life.
Well, you asked and then said you're not special. So you know what?
My soul's been slowly dying for years.
That's
the club.
What does that have to do with anything? I'm just telling you it accelerated this week.
It accelerated? What happened this week that made it accelerate?
I was working.
Well, stop.
Yeah, I would, but then you wouldn't have a wedding.
Okay. We'll go elope. It's fine.
It's not fine. We still owe them like $6,000.
We still have to owe them
we
money.
Still, you signed a contract. You don't get to. You know what? I've decided. Fuck your employees. Oh man.
Can you talk about something?
I want you to listen to this recording and just find out how little you've actually been talking.
I'm trying.
Well, that's why I keep saying.
Nothing happened this week that was useful.
You think this happened to me this week? The rice happened today.
I just fuck.
You're tired. Yeah. You said fuck your entertainment.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm tired.
Would you like to talk about the woman that was in your store yesterday?
Which one?
The drunk one.
Oh, there was a lot of fucking people in my store yesterday. Okay, bitch. Like, calm down.
Then talk about all of them. God damn, it ain't that complicated of a fucking like.
I'm just getting sleepy.
Oh my gosh. Ripley's gonna go take a nap. We'll record the rest after the episode
yesterday,
comes out.
There was a lady in my store at like 5:30 in the morning. Very drunk. She walked in. She and her boyfriend are chatting, and she's like, "I'm not going to sleep." And she's like, "I'm not. I'm staying up." You know, like very dramatic, very obviously intoxicated, whatever. She had someone with her. We were fine. They order. At one point, though, the lady's saying she's gonna like run away and she's not gonna sleep. She's gonna do all this stuff, and then her boyfriend or whoever puts his hands down on the counter, lowers his head, and goes, "Yeah, I wish you would."
She just wished she would run away.
Yeah. And then they got their drinks and they left and they were fine. But she was very drunk and he was trying to keep her shit together so badly.
I've done that with you though, so I understand.
Yeah, you have. But we don't go to like
Not at like
places like
5 in
that,
the
you know?
morning, but like
You get me home and you're like, okay, you're not doing anything else and talking to anybody else. He did not care. He was like, fine, I guess you can go in public.
no, the last time that someone was like too drunk around me, it was Sam, you remember? And were you there that night? It was in Vegas. Anyway, one of my college friends, Sam, she came down with some other friends and we were out drinking, having fun down on the strip in Vegas. And at one point, me and one of my buddies like were carrying her because we'd already cut her off, but somehow she like found a drink or two after that and like kept drinking. And we were essentially carrying her back to the car because we were like, we're done for the night. Like we gotta go. You gotta go take a shower and lay down, right?
Mhm.
And as we're like walking through this casino lobby, two security guards come up to us and they stop us. And they were like, "Hey, what? It looks suspicious. What's going on? This and that." And we told her what happened. We told them what happened. We're like, we cut her off, but I think she found some more drinks. We're trying to take her, back to the Airbnbs down there. Here's the address, right? And they were like, "Okay, well, it meets our whatever criteria or whatnot, right?" Because she could barely walk.
Yeah.
They were like, "We're gonna ask her some questions, and if she's not like conscious enough to answer the questions correctly, then we'll have to take her." And I said, "Well, if you take her, does she just go like stay with you guys at like a holding cell or something tonight?" And they're like, "Yeah, we have like a little room with a bed and stuff." And I was like, "Oh, too easy."
Take her.
We both me and my buddy, we look at each other and we look at her and we look back at them and we're like, "This is the best." We're like, "You can just have her. I don't need like you don't even need to ask her questions. Just take her." And they were like, "No, we have to answer the questions." And we're like, "Okay."
Darn.
So he asked her the questions and she got them all right, but she's like you. The volume control was not there that night. They were like, "When is your like we gave the officers her ID and they were like, "Okay, what is your full name? What is your birthday, right?" And she was like, "Sam, okay, what is your birthday?" And she'd be like, "July." And I'm like, "Why are you screaming at them? Like, what the They're like, "Who's president right now?" She's like, "Donald." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what?" We're like, "Ugh."
I was there that night. Yeah, I wasn't with you guys when
But
that was happening, but I was there.
yeah, and she answered every question though correctly, and they were like, "Well, she got them all right. She's just very intoxicated." We're like, "We know that. We were just kind of hoping she would fail, so we don't have to deal with her." And she's like, "Hey, that's fair." And I was like, "We're getting the fuck out of here."
I know it's fair.
We're like, "Yeah, why didn't you just answer them wrong?" Like, like, all right, man. Get in the car. We drive like a block and a half. And they're like, "Yeah, she threw him in the back seat." And I was like, "Yep, I figured." And
I remember
kept
because
going.
I was drunk enough to like I could walk, but I was a little
You could
stumbly.
not walk. Don't lie. You were just as bad. I carried your ass. And
But I just remember she threw up and like I'm a sympathy vomiter. So I remember you guys trying to like not tell me.
you
And
were
I was just like, why
sitting.
do you roll all the windows down? It's really cold.
Yeah,
And you're like, don't
you were
worry about it.
sitting. I was driving because I hadn't been drinking. You were in the passenger seat. Uh, and the two of them were in the back with her sitting in the middle so they could like, hold her up basically. And as we were going, she's like, "I need air." And I was like, "You got it." And I rolled all the windows down and I saw her throw up and I was like, "Oh, that's great." And I was like, "Fuck it. We're like 2 minutes from the Airbnb." I'm like, "We gotta make it. We gotta make it." And then you were like, you just kept turning to me in the passenger seat and you were like, the windows are down. I'm like, "Yep, and just look at that." And I would just point to random street signs and you'd be like, What did that sign say?" And I'd be like, "Oh, you missed it." And then and then you're like, "Well, is Sam all right?" And I'm like, "She's fine." And I would just push
look
your
out the
face.
windows
I
for
was just
me.
like push your face back forward. But then as I pushed your face one of the times, you were like, I need to stop too." But we were at the hotel. We were at the Airbnb, so I pulled over real quick, like the fastest I've ever parallel parked. And I was like, "Get out." And you were like, "What? No." And I was like, "Get out." And you finally got out. you barely hit the ground before your knees buckled and you threw up into a bush. And I
I
was
don't
like,
remember
good.
that part.
I was like, good. Don't throw it. I have one vomit in the car is bad enough. I don't need two.
I just remember it was really funny because you guys were trying to get into the Airbnb and nobody knew the code, and you guys like broke into it, and then I was like,
It was much
I have
easier.
the code.
It was much easier because we were like, dude, where's where's the code at? And Sam was the one with the code, and she's too gone to know. And we were like, fuck it. So the three of us, we looked at it and we're like, we could just break it. It's a very small lock, and we were like, fuck it, yeah. So we just broke the lock real quick and opened the door, and I'm like, this is a very not secure place to be staying right now. Anyway,
I was trying to tell you
"Nah,
guys
whatever."
I knew the code, but every time I tried to say something because I was drunk, you guys were like, shh, and I was like, okay.
Because you were not like speaking correctly. You were like, every time you would talk, you would either say, "Oh, Sam needs help," or you would be like, "Are we in there yet?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about? Just shush and be quiet. We're trying to open this lock." And you're like, "Oh yeah, the lock. We can open it." And I'm like, "We're getting it open." Like you never at one point you never ever said, "I have the code," or "Here's the code," or "The code is." You at every turn were just like, "Yeah, we should open it. Thank you.
Yeah, I had a
Thank you for your help.
screenshot
You
of
be
her
quiet."
message with the code in it.
Like every turn you were like, we should open the lock." And we're like, "Yes, dear. Why don't you sit down?"
I have the code.
You definitely did not tell us that.
It was a fun night though. I would never go out and do something like that with my friends.
Because your friends are not as reliable.
No, you guys are very trustworthy. Feel safe around all your friends. They're great. All the guys very not creepy. Love that.
Love that.
10 out of 10.
Do you have creepy guy friends? Because I feel like you have two types of friends: the friends that are fine, and then the friends that are gay. So those are the two
They're
types.
fine or they're gay.
Yeah,
What's
those
wrong
are
with
two.
gay people?
No, those are the two types. The gay ones can be fine, but like the ones that you'd be like, I don't know about trusting him, and then he comes up and he says something, you're like, oh, he's gay. Never mind, it's fine.
That's all of my friends.
Exactly. That was my whole point.
I have one straight friend.
That's my whole point. Yes, welcome to the conversation.
Are you insulting my friends?
No, I was letting you know why you can trust your friends is because they're all either not going to do anything or gay.
Or they're gay. Oh.
Welcome to the conversation. We'll circle back around.
I didn't understand what you were saying. It wasn't very clear.
So you were like, I can't trust my friends. They're not very trustworthy.
I don't mean in that regard. I just like drinking with a lot of my friends. I have to be the responsible one. You know?
No, drinking with a lot of your friends, they don't care about what happens to other people, only themselves. So they'll just say, fuck it and do whatever.
Yeah. But girls, I feel like girls usually take turns being the drunk one. Like, we're very much like, oh, you're going to be super fucked up tonight and we'll take care of you. And then we rotate
take turns. We don't take turns. We all drink until we're like, aha, he got too fucked up.
Yeah, but like women can't do that most of the time.
Why?
Because it's not safe. You have to have at least
safe.
one alert person to look out for everybody else to make sure that they're okay.
What are you talking about?
I ain't trying to get like drugged or raped or something simply because I went out with a group of girls.
That's why you bring at least one guy.
You don't always have a guy friend to bring. You're not always here.
What do you mean you don't always have a guy friend to bring? Make another friend. It's not that difficult. Hey, you want to go drinking with us? There's going to be 6 girls there. Yeah, I'll go. Like, bring any. Like, well, yeah. All right.
And a lot of my male friends are also gay and not very intimidating.
See, you got to make one decent straight friend that can be like, or when you go to Vegas, you just hang out at fucking, you just hang out while my brother's bartending. Then you'll be fine.
Oh, that would be fun. I want to stay at the Circa for my bachelorette, but my friend's dad gets a discount at a different hotel. So they want to stay there.
Which hotel?
The Sahara.
Why?
Because that's where their dad works.
What the hell's good at the Sahara? Go to Zura. Fuck it.
I really like the Circa because it doesn't make me feel awkward about being drunk.
Yeah, because it's adults only, and you can just
21 and up only.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's pretty affordable. I like their pool.
About the sports pool area.
It's a great relaxing place.
Yeah, it's not super expensive to go to their pool either. If you're not staying there.
Most places on this strip is like a pretty cheap fee to get in.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to think about pools in summer when it's like so chilly and stormy here.
I only went swimming twice this whole summer. I was upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both of them were. Yeah, both of them were here, and I'm like,
I haven't. I don't really remember going swimming here. I went swimming with your sister for her bachelorette. I can't remember the last time before that.
nah, both times I swam here, but normally I go swimming a lot during the summer. But I've just been down there working the whole year. So
Swimming here at our hotel or at our apartment complex is not fun.
Why?
Because they just don't like. They never clean the pool. Like they clean it like once a week, and then there's always shit in it. And there's always a ton of mosquitoes out there.
The mosquitoes is just a Texas thing.
Well, yeah, but it's just like the water is not even enjoyable to make up for the fact that there's a ton of fucking mosquitoes around.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it's kind of cold water.
Oh boy. We recently learned that the highest compliment you can get from Ripley is not bad.
He
anytime
gets upset with me.
listen, anytime I make food or drinks or pretty much anything where I'm like, let's get her feedback on this, see if it's something we'll do again, something we don't want to do, right? And I'm like, every time I'm like, what'd you think? How was this drink? Is the food good? What did you think about, like just, your opinion. And every time we'll be sitting there like watching TV. She's got a bowl with like a new recipe that I'm like, I just tried it the first time. Let me get feedback, see if it's something that we should keep or if I should throw this recipe away, right? And I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. I like it. What do you think? Well, it's not bad. Well, thanks. I was going for not bad. That as long as it provides sustenance, that's what I was going for. It can just have no flavor at all. Not bad.
I also like to say it's nice when I really like something.
Yeah, you're like, it's nice, not bad. I'm like, what? That is not descriptive. It's not helpful. You're like,
I didn't know this
what's
bothered you
wrong?
so
And I'm
much.
like,
I thought you
yeah,
got me.
because I'm like, what do you think about it? And you're like, it's not bad. And I'm like, so should I make it again? You're like, yeah, it's not bad. Awesome. Like what?
It's the highest form of flattery,
right? But it doesn't. There's no ranking. Like I'll make you like steak with fucking like potatoes, and you're like, it's not bad. And we're like, cool. And then the next day, I'm like, yo, I boiled some ramen in my underwear on the stove, and you're like, yeah, it's not bad. And I'm like, that's the same compliment. What the fuck?
I don't judge anything based off of each other though. Like if I like it, I like
judge it based off flavor though. You're like, it's not bad.
Like it's good.
It's not bad. How is everything just not bad? Add some flavor to your life, you white hoe.
That's
like,
how
God damn
that's
it.
just how I think. Like I just
not bad.
It's good. It's nice.
I'm in survival mode. What was that? Dirt. Is it good? It's not bad. I can survive off this.
Listen.
You fucking what?
I don't know what you want from me.
I don't know.
It's really
Words.
Good. It's really good. Do you want me to say that? Really good.
You want me to give you a list of responses? You can just pick one, like multiple choice. You know what? This one was A, C, and 12.
What are the acceptable responses for you?
Anything. You can say
Except
anything.
for it's not bad. Apparently.
You can say it's not bad, but you can't say that about literally everything.
That's how I feel.
You can't feel the same way about everything.
I do.
That means you have a dull life. You need to spice it up. This is why you were out of garlic, salt, and paprika. You hoe. God damn it. Get some spices in your life.
I have spices in my
compare
life.
some food.
If I like it, I like it.
If you like something and I'm like, here's what it is, and you're like, this is really good. I like it better than this. That's a full sentence. It's a comparison. Tells me your opinion. But if I give you some steak and you're like, not bad.
That's not.
I'm glad that you know what you were talking about it this morning. You said you wanted to buy rotisserie chicken instead of me cooking chicken or us cooking chicken because it would take longer for dinner, right? And I said, that doesn't matter. As long as it tastes good at the end, we can do either one, right? That's the difference. Is I'll put in the effort. I'll make steak for an hour. I'll make whatever for an hour, or I'll make whatever for 10 minutes. I'll make whatever for 10 seconds. And then I give you all three, one that took 10 seconds, one 10 minutes, one an hour. And you'll be the same thing. Not bad. Well, fuck, I'm just going to make noodles every night. It takes 10 seconds and it's all getting the same review. Why am I putting in effort? I've made my point.
I'm autistic. I don't know what to tell you.
Use a descriptor. You sitting there every day at work, I could be like, what's that coffee? And you'd be like, oh, this one's a blonde. It has a medium this and it has a light this. And I'd be like, what's that one? You'd be like, that's the dark roast. It does this, this, and this. But I'm like, what's the difference? And you're like, this one's not bad and that steak's not bad.
But I've been
Awesome.
trained to know the difference on coffee.
You've been trained your whole life to say the food's not bad? What?
That's what my mom says too. She goes, it's good.
You can say it's good. You hardly ever say it's good. Unless here's what breaks it down. I say, do you like it? And you say, yeah, it's not bad. And I'll say, is it good? Should I make it again? And you go, yeah, it's good. Those are the only two sentences. No matter the effort or the time, there's no comparison.
If I'm shoveling it into my mouth, Jordan, that means I like it.
You don't shovel anything. Half the time you would go and just take a bite or two and then just sit there. And you would sit there and you'd sit there and you'd sit there and then you'd take another bite or two and I'd go, is it good? And you go, yeah, it's good. I think I'm done.
I do not.
You did it all the time. And I'm like, look, man, I'm putting in an hour's worth of effort, maybe like 4 seconds worth of, hey, this is good. I like the sauce on it. Too easy. I like the sauce too. This is what's in the sauce. That's how conversations work, you know. Get a little back and forth.
I don't know what you want me to say here. I just exist.
Here, nothing. You just existing and trying to like breeze through life. I think that's the issue. You got to slow down and appreciate things and tell people you appreciate things.
I tell you,
you got to tell
all the time.
Quiet. You got to tell them what you appreciate. You got to tell them what the differences are. You got to tell them what you think about things. I know it sucks. You go a long day of work and you're like, I don't want to think about nothing. Put on the anime girls. But I give you food and I'm like, what is this? Do you like it? Do you not like it? And you're like, oh, it's good. Yeah, not bad. Yeah.
If I'm eating it, it's good.
That's not true at all.
If I don't eat it, it's bad.
It's not true at all. You eat stuff all the time and you're like, yeah, I didn't really like it, but I felt bad that you made it. And I felt bad that you didn't. Like, you do that all the time. You're like, oh, I felt bad you put in effort, so I ate it anyway. I'm like, that's nice to know a year later when I bring up, hey, do you want me to make this? And you go, I didn't really like it the first time. Like, why didn't you tell me? And you're like, well, you put in the effort, so I ate it. What? You
liked it.
I don't care if you don't like it. I'll make it for myself. I'll make you something else, or I'll make us both something else. But if you just ignore it,
I can't complain.
Yes, you can. You can very easily be like, I like the food, or I like this, but I don't like the sauce. The sauce isn't something I'd like. Be like, all right, well, we can change it next time. Or be like, all right, we don't need the sauce next time. I'm not gonna be like, you stupid hoe, you get sauce or nothing. Like, what?
I mean, that's pretty much how it was growing up.
That sucks for you growing up. This is big boy time. All right.
Like, I just ate whatever my parents told me to.
No, this is big person time. You got to be a big person sometimes and give your opinion on things. No need to kick. You're not a bunny. I've got a text message.
Is it an important one?
No. I just thought I should break it up.
Okay, I think that's enough of podcasts.
You don't like being called out for your bullshit.
Listen, fuck off.
I see how it is.
I always appreciate you and the things you make for me.
There's no need to hit me while saying it. You guys can't see it, but I'm emotionally traumatized.
Yeah, me just rubbing his face. It's very traumatizing.
See, she admits she made contact. She's trying to give me heart palpitations.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
See?
Call the police then.
Can't call the police. She's confiscated my phone.
I don't even know where your phone is.
Exactly. You've hidden it from both of us.
Sure. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for listening to another episode of Mindless Prattle. What's up?
I just got an email from Taco Bell.
About what?
It says, unable to load content.
Yes.
Perfect email.
Thank you.
Thank you, email.
Appreciate this, Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go eat Taco Bell now.
We should get Taco Bell.
It's too late. All right. Swing us out of things.
It's your turn to do the outro. You keep making me do your job.
What do you mean my job? I'm not
you do
paid.
The outro. I do the intro.
I'm not getting paid here.
Yeah, it's for fun.
All right. This is This has been the 40th episode of I've lost count. Mindless
Getting up
Prattle.
there.
What are we on? 40, 46?
I think it's 48.
I don't believe you. I am fairly certain it's 46.
Your mother.
What?
Yes, it's 46.
It's 46. Don't
It's
leave.
46.
Well, don't lie to the people then.
Then they can count because it'll say it wherever they listen to their podcast.
What? You want people to listen to podcasts just wherever?
Where do you like to listen to your podcast?
Just wherever?
I listen on Spotify.
Oh my gosh. You're a speefer.
That's free.
You're a free speefer?
I'm a free speaker.
Don't make up words. It's okay.
Shut the fuck up. Take us out of here. Say goodbye to your podcast.
Oh, it's mine now. Join us next week for the new host. We're replacing Ripley since it's my podcast now.
Oh, with who?
Huh?
Replacing me with who?
What are you talking about?
Who are you replacing me with?
Anybody that can say, not good.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my god, I hate you.
It's not bad.
You're the worst. I try so hard to make you happy.
You could tell from my frown that I'm unhappy.
Yeah.
That's gonna do it for November 13th, 2000 and this year. And we're gonna be back. More Taylor Swift, more Fourth Wing, more AI.
I'll read Iron Flame eventually.
Eventually Ripley's book will come out, but not while you're alive. And
it's gonna come out next year.
It'll be good for your grandchildren. It'll be nice. A little treat for them, you know.
It hasn't even been a year.
You can tell them stories. It's been over a year.
I started working on it in January.
That's over a year.
It's not a year.
Yeah, fiscal year. That was last fiscal year. That means it's been over a year.
Calendar year.
Well, you can calendar this all you want.
I want to go read Ice Planet Barbarians.
You want to go read
me...
porn is what you want to go read.
It's still
I'm not letting you. We have other stuff to do today.
I'm tired of it.
You're tired of today? Well, I'm sorry to say that's not good.
Okay, goodbye, y'all. Thanks for coming back to Mindless Prattle.
I hope you had fun. I know we did. And we'll see you next time.
Next time.